Hello, my wonderful Capricorns. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay, guys, so we have the card Great Achievement. Okay, there could be something that you're celebrating this week. Bottom of the deck, we have the Peace card. So there could be something that you're celebrating this week, some sort of a milestone that you've hit. Or for others of you, with the Peace card, there's something that you're overcoming, right? Freeing yourself from a situation, or it could be that something that you felt consumed by for quite some time. You're feeling a lot lighter or brighter about it. But I strongly feel like what you're going through, right? Or one door closing or another door opening, it feels very refreshing, or it feels like, a breath of fresh air for you, kind of like a finally moment, right? And this is the card number 1, so that is symbolic for new beginnings. So whether it's you're attracting something new because you have let go of something, something in your past, right? So you're making room for the new here. Let's see. Yeah, you're celebrating something this week. 3 of Cups. This could be a card of celebration, some sort of a gathering, or maybe you are being invited to, a gathering. It could also be that this week you're spending a lot of time with friends. This is usually like a social card as well. And we have the Judgment. I'm getting a strong energy, Capricorn, of like breaking free from something. Do you feel like you were in a situation where you felt very consumed by it? Or do you feel like you were upset about something not working out the way that you thought it would, but you're finally starting to let go or, forgive a person or a situation, even if it's for your sake of, or for your peace of mind here? But you feel very free, or you're starting to feel like yourself again, is what I'm seeing here. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancer or a Scorpio. Okay. I'm going to start off by seeing how you are being viewed this week. Six of Swords, moving away, or, it could even be physically relocating. But the Six of Swords is usually mentally detaching, right? Because you are, putting your peace of mind above all. Someone definitely is viewing you as being very distant when it comes to them or the situation, feeling like you've made your mind up about them, but definitely feeling like you are being distant, or you are quite literally like letting go, detaching, or moving away here. We have the Hermit. Some of you could be dealing with the Virgo and the Page of Swords in the challenge position. Definitely watching you from afar. It could be someone who's keeping tabs on you, but they're keeping a lot of their emotions and their thoughts to themselves. And it is someone who feels very alone. Like, it's someone who feels like, yes, it could be that they're in a period of solitude, but it's like there's a level of curiosity. There's a level of, I want to, connect with Capricorn, but I feel safer in the silence, or I'm just watching or observing from afar. So it could be that the communication is on and off, between the both of you, or it's someone who is planning what they want to say or how they want to come forward. How are you viewing them? The King of Swords. You're viewing this situation as something that you needed to cut out of your life or detach from, even if it's for the time being. And the King of Swords is a very clear cut to energy. So there could be some sort of truth that was revealed or some sort of clarity that you've gained about this individual where you've made the decision to move on or move forward, and that could be the reason why they're watching you from afar, feeling like, Capricorn has set very clear boundaries, or I know that they're detaching, I know that they don't feel the same way, so I can't do much but be curious or watch from afar, and I don't feel like I can interact with them in the current moment. Hmm. Some of you are in a separation with this person, but it could be that it feels like something is still fresh on your mind, or you could be reminded of something pertaining to the separation, this week. So it could be like a specific event that you're revisiting, or it's some sort of communication that occurred between the both of you that maybe you're rereading messages or just, again, revisiting a past event here. But something within you feels like you need to detach, or or you've gained the clarity that you need in order to move forward or move on from this connection. I'm not saying that it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it's something that's easy to do, but you feel like it's the right thing to do. Okay. So we have the Four of Pentacles in your feelings and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, you're withdrawing from a past situation and you're manifesting something new for yourself. For others of you, you could be connecting with someone new, right? But that could be the reason why this person is viewing you as very like withdrawn as well, where it's like, I don't want to return to my past, or I don't want anything to do with my past. I'd rather put my, time and energy into something or someone new. Because the Ace of Cups doesn't always have to be, oh wow, there's a ladybug on my window here. So yeah, something working out in your favor. You could be having a full circle moment. But as I was saying, guys, like the Ace of Cups doesn't always have to be a new relationship, right? It could be some sort of a new start in your career. It could be that you're making some sort of travel plans, but you're trying to focus your energy onto something new that is occurring for you instead of, focusing on this past person. Wheel of Fortune, yes, a major change. Four of Swords. But this change took a while to occur. And what's interesting is you have the option of two different directions, because the Wheel of Fortune is when, you're at a crossroads, or there's two different directions that you can go in, but that ultimately the decision is yours. And with the Four of Swords, it could be something that you're thinking about thoroughly. So you're not really like making an impulsive decision. It could be you're moving towards something new, but you can feel this, past person in your energy, and you're trying to, pick and choose what you want to do moving forward. But I feel like it's a decision that you're going to be thinking about for quite some time, and you're not going to act on it right away. And this can be a week where you're prioritizing rest as well with the Four of Swords. Something with your sleeping pattern could be, it could be something that you want to alter, or like you've been feeling very restless and you are putting yourself, or you're prioritizing your rest this week. I am seeing that. But healing from a past connection is quite literally leading to some sort of a breakthrough for you. I see that strongly. Okay. We have the Tower clarifying the Hermit card, and we have the Seven of Cups clarifying the Page of Swords. Someone who's trying to figure you out, but they feel very, very confused. Like they can't put their finger on how you feel, or they feel like you guys are not on the same page. But there's it's an energy of feeling very bombarded by so many different emotions and so many different thoughts. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. But the Tower and the Seven of Cups is also someone who's very confused about an ending. They feel like they weren't prepared for something to fall apart. There could be a lot of questions that they have. They feel like they did not see an ending coming, or they feel like they had more time to figure something out when it comes to this connection, but they were proven otherwise. And the Seven of Cups, also, guys, is like a card that touches on illusions. So there may be something that seems very real to this person, right? Something that they feel emotionally, or something that's coming to mind for them, but it's not necessarily the truth. So it could be a week where this person's having a very difficult time seeing past some sort of illusions. That's why those two cards are coming up in the challenge position. I also feel like with the Tower card, there's a wake up call that they're having. There's a realization that they're coming to. And I feel like for many of you, it's viewing you, as someone who's at the point of no return. Like you've made a very firm decision and almost like I can't do anything but kind of just watch Capricorn walk away. They're also very curious about you. Like this person could be wondering if you're dabbling in something new. They could be wondering what changed in your life. But there's like a very mysterious energy that they're viewing you in, whether it's because you're, maybe you've deactivated your socials, or if you do have social media, maybe you're not really publicizing what you're up to. But they can intuitively sense that there has been a lot that has changed for you, but they're not sure what it is, right? Because again, Seven of Cups, it boils down to confusion. So in their feelings, we have the Three of Swords and the Three of Wands. I mean, they're hoping to hear from you. They're waiting for a sign from you with the Three of Wands. But it's more of like a waiting game, or waiting for a sign from you. It's not really the most action oriented energy that they're in. And the Three of Swords being the first card in their feelings is someone who's very hurt, but they're not showing it on the outside. Someone who's very, concerned about your whereabouts, or wondering a lot about you, but they're not opening up about it. They're not communicating it to you. And with the Seven of Cups and the Three of Swords, guys, like you may have someone here who was keeping their options open while they were connecting with you, and they are totally, or entirely regretting that in the current moment. Three of Swords, there's some sort of a role that they feel like they played in their own suffering. So something that they feel like they could have done differently or communicated differently to you, which could have avoided some sort of hurt that they feel in the current moment, is what I'm sensing. Possibly even regret for mishandling a situation with you. High Priestess, Ten of Cups. I mean, you have someone who is sitting in regret, and you also have someone who feels like they could have had it all with you. But again, they're not communicating this. High Priestess, very silent energy. They could even be, using their intuition to kind of figure out how you feel or maneuver through the situation. But it's a lot of suppressed emotions. It's not something that they're, comfortable speaking about. And High Priestess could also be a card of, envisioning something, manifesting something. So like with the Ten of Cups, it could be, I want to come together with Capricorn. This is what I have visions of, but I don't really, again, I don't see them being in an action-oriented energy, at least not this week. There's a lot that they're keeping to themselves, and they're most certainly more hurt or bothered than they are showing you. And I also sense a lot of regret, like kind of like shoulda, woulda, coulda energy. Like I should have said this, or I should have been a better communicator, or I should have been more open with Capricorn. There's a lot that they're realizing in the now that they could have done differently when they had the chance to. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands followed by the Three of Pentacles in the potential outcome. If some of you are walking into some sort of success, or it could even be like a promotion when it comes to your, place of work or a career here. But you're being viewed as someone who's very successful, someone who's receiving a lot of attention. And, quite frankly, Capricorn, I think that this is someone who's viewing you as doing better, or, doing better without them, or seeing a completely different version of Capricorn now that, you are not involved with them or in a connection with them. Six of Wands as well as the Three of Pentacles could also be someone who's doing something to grab your attention because they want to have a discussion. They want to discuss something or come to a mutual agreement here. The Six of Wands is being clarified by the Nine of Swords, Three of Pentacles, the Emperor. Yeah, there's really no other way of me expressing, the Emperor, the Nine of Swords, the Six of Wands. It's someone who's viewing you as reclaiming your power, being focused on yourself. And in the potential outcome, they feel like so much has changed and you have changed as an individual. There is like a new version of you, Capricorn, that this person feels like they will not have access to. And the Nine of Swords is someone who's stressed out, who's very anxious, right? And this is usually what occurs on like a mental level, but with the Emperor, they're not showing it on the outside. Whether it's someone who struggles with, emotional intimacy, or it's just like, wanting to appear as if they are not impacted or if everything's okay, but this is what's going on, behind the scenes. Okay. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries. Let's see if we can get a closing card for you guys. So we have face control issues. Trying to control others only limits your own freedom. Let go of the need for control and trust in the flow. So there could be something that you began to feel very powerless about in this situation. Or maybe you were looking at this connection and this person as, okay, if I constantly have to, tell you what to do, or if I constantly have to be a couple of steps ahead, then this is not the connection for me. It doesn't feel like it's flowing. Something here could have felt very forced or one-sided. But this card pretty much just touches on focusing on the things that you can control, right? And it clearly reads, trying to control others only limits your own freedom. You're rising above, or you just releasing or detaching from the situation is helping you feel a lot better, yes, but it's also, you reclaiming your power. And I'm strongly getting that, especially with the Six of Wands, Emperor, and the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, which is what's, stressing this person out or causing some sort of anxiety. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.